Hello there. Right now I'll show you running stitch. Running stitch is good for some details during your embroidery project, but for this embroidery kit you'll be using running stitch to close your hoop. So first I'll show you how to do running stitch, and then I'll demonstrate the step-by-step of how to finish your hoop so you can hang it up. So first, once you have the needle and the thread, you're gonna pull the needle through. This is a very simple stitch. It is also used during sewing, hand sewing. You pull the needle through. Then we're gonna pull the needle again through the fabric. Always remember to try to keep the same length on all your stitches. So now I'm gonna go again. I pull the needle through all the way. Sorry about that. Okay. And we come back in, always leaving more or less the same distance in between each stitch. That way it looks neater once it's done. So you see it's pretty easy and straightforward. It's called running stitch because you always leave a little bit of empty in between each stitch. So this is the running stitch. Now I'll show you how to close the hoop using the running stitch. So once you're done with your stitch, let's say we'll close this, just there we go, we close it. Now you see we have all this fabric around. So our first step is going to be to trim the fabric around the hoop, leaving about an inch, no more than an inch of fabric left. So I'll show you how I'll do it. Don't worry about making a perfect cut, since this is the back of your hoop. People won't really see it. Especially after we do the running stitch. So I got this end right here. Okay, so now that we have the fabric cut, we're gonna start our running stitch. I'm gonna make the knot again on my thread so it doesn't go through. And we're gonna find any spot. It doesn't really matter where you start. So choose a spot and pull, but never pull all the way, just because we're gonna use this to tie the knot at the end. So leave about 4 inches of thread left at the end. And now we'll start our running stitch. So you see we pull the thread through here, and then we're gonna run through the fabric. Right now I'm gonna use a wider stitch just because I have a longer surface to cover. Oops, sorry about that. Keep going all the way. Once you finish doing the round stitch along the fabric, you are gonna pull both ends all the way. Just pull both ends in, and you will notice how the fabric starts to go into the hoop. So just pull, pull, pull. Once it's all pulled, you can make a knot at the end. Make a knot, 1, 2, 3. And that way you will make sure this is not coming off. And you see when you're turning around, you can't see any of the fabric coming out. And now it's ready to hang up.